Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I am doing the top 10 most anticipated comics of October. So there's actually not a lot of issue ones coming out for this month, but there are a lot of great comics coming out. So let's jump into it. So number 10 for me is GCPD The Blue Wall, issue 1. And, we haven't gotten a GCPD book in a while. Maggie Sawyer is the lead of this series, so I'm curious to see, is there going to be some question stuff involved? We haven't seen this angle from Gotham in a while, even though there's a lot of Bat books. I do find it important to see the different angles getting their own series, where it's not just Bruce getting a book. It's, Maggie Sawyer's book overall, and maybe even a question book overall. So giving that number 10. So moving on to number 9, which is Dark Ride issue 1, which mostly, I'm just a big Joshua Williamson fan, so I want to see what he's doing with his new series. I liked Birthright, and it kind of feels like it has a similar vibe. I believe it's the same artist as well, so it's the same creative team. I don't really know much about this book, but it's mostly the creative team that's selling it for me, which, sometimes that happens with indie books, and it just blows your mind, and you explore maybe a genre you once wouldn't have explored just because it's your favorite writer, your favorite artist. So moving on to number 8, which is Iron Cat issue 5. And the reason this is on my list, it's the last issue of this miniseries, and I just feel like this has been a really solid book where it integrates Iron Man really well, making him not the lead, but making him a big part of the issue. I think Black Cat's bisexuality is explored really well. I really like the relationship they built with the ex-girlfriend, and also just fun art, fun superhero storytelling. So overall, that is number 8. Moving on to number 7, which is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 11. This is a start of a new arc, and Hobgoblin is returning. So is he going to be a good guy? Is he going to be a bad guy? What play is he going to have here? Because I feel like a lot of the Spider-Man villains lately have been walking the line more than just being a pure bad guy. So that is number 7 for me. Moving on to number 6, which is Dark Crisis Worlds Without Justice League Green Arrow. I am honestly been more invested in these offshoots of Dark Crisis because we're getting to see characters we normally don't get to see. Green Arrow, I think, is definitely a character a lot of people have been shouting on the rooftop saying, hey, why doesn't he have a series? He's a great character. I'm hoping that we get to see exactly what Green Arrow has been up to, and maybe if enough people enjoy this character and enjoy this series, we could get more Green Arrow, maybe in a mini-series play or, an ongoing book. Because I know he's teamed up with some characters. I feel like that was his last series, so why not give Green Arrow his own story? Moving on to number 5, which is The Approach issue 1, and this is a new series by the creative team of The Beauty. And I really enjoyed that book, and I like the vibe of this one. So again, going back to creative teams, this is why this is on number 4 for me. Moving on to, number 5 for me. Moving on to number 4, though, and that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 101. And I love Power Rangers, and this is obviously a new era for Power Rangers. Ryan Parrott was on the book for a very long time, and now we're getting a female point of view for Power Rangers, and, what is going to be the next big story? We've kind of resolved a lot of the bigger storytelling from Power Rangers, so this is going to have to build up to tell some more big mythology stories. So excited to see what direction this is going to go. And then number 3 is Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 16. This is the return of Kal-El, and we get to see father and son interact. There's a lot that's been happening with John. There's a lot that's happened with Superman. What is this interaction going to look like? I'm curious to see if this is going to be very character-driven or not, or is it just going to be them, fighting crime together? So that is number 3 for me. Moving on to number 2, which is Killchella, issue 1, and Killchella. And this is based on Coachella and how if everything went wrong in Coachella, and let's make it gritty and almost like this survivalist slasher type story. And yeah, though that's just my vibe. I love that. That's my aesthetic. So when this was announced from Scout Comics, I'm like, yes, I gotta pick this one up. So that's number 2 for me. Moving on to number 1, which is Spider-Man issue 1. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I'm very curious to see what Dan Slott's going to do returning to the character. I hope this is no holds bar. I feel like in the past couple of years for Spider-Man, there's been some predictable storytelling, and, Dan Slott, with his writing, has never told a predictable story, especially with Spider-Man. So I'm ready for that return and to see exactly what he's going to do differently, that this is not... It's the other Spider-Man book. You still have Amazing Spider-Man being the flagship, so I feel like you could do more in a book like this. And Mark Bagley's on the artwork as well, so there's just a lot of wins on this one. So that's why is my most anticipated book for the month. But in the comments below, let me know what books you're most excited for. This is Comic Uno, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.